Hello everyone and welcome to Simply Made Homestead. I'm Marian and today I want to show you what we have brought on the homestead. Brand new to our homestead. I have been wanting these particular animals since before we moved onto our new piece of property, and then we finally made the choice to get them, and we were waiting a while for them to get old enough where we can go for them to be birthed and to go get them and everything else. So I'm super excited to show you. Right here is their bowl of feed. Does anybody know what we've got? Huh? Any guesses? Leave them in the comment section below. Let me know if you were right. I would love to hear. Okay guys, let's come over here and I'm going to show you what we've got, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I'm feeding them. Alright guys, can you see them? There they are. I know you did. Right over there. We have one gilt, which means it is a female pig that has not had babies yet. So she's called a gilt. And then we have one feeder. Now he is a male. He's been castrated. And we're going to let them grow up together. So we'll have the feeder and then the gilt. We have a boar that we should get in a month or two. We'll have to just kind of see how they grow out and see how it does. But we plan to have a boar that will be coming on the farm, and we'll be breeding these pigs. Now we'll be breeding them to be able to sell some of the babies, and then of course keep one or two as feeders for our own homestead. Now these are the Idaho Pastured pigs. We have heard such wonderful good things about them. We're really excited about them. They are a cross. They are registered. These are registered pigs, or the gilt is. There was really no reason to register a feeder. The Idaho Pasture pigs, they have kind of a turned up nose, so they don't tend to root in the ground like regular pigs do. And if they do root in the ground, it's because they're missing some kind of mineral. Selenium is really important. Like some of you, if you follow our channel, you know we give it to our goats every month because our soils, they lack it. Idaho Pasture pigs are a cross between the Duroc, the Berkshire, and the Cooney pig, and it just makes for a wonderful pig to have on a homestead. The top weight, they get to be about 350 pounds. The feeder we will harvest at about 250 pounds, and where the regular full-size pigs get to be, you know, like 600 pounds. And I don't want to have to even begin to try to manhandle a 600-pound pig. So we felt that these pigs would be the best pigs for us and on our homestead. Now right here in the bowl, right now they are right at 2 months old, and they're getting a pound of feed twice a day, each of the pigs. So this is 2 pounds of pig starter. And then I mix in a little calf manna. You know, if you followed us at all, you know I like to use calf manna in my food for my goats and my chickens and my pigs too. It's full of vitamins and minerals. And I also sprinkled in some really good minerals. It's got a lot of selenium. It's real high in selenium. In here, we do plan to put an automatic or a free choice feeder for the minerals for the pigs. We just haven't built it yet, but that's coming. So, all right, let's see if they'll come over. They're brand new, guys. We haven't even had them a whole day. Come on, babies. Piggy, piggy, piggies. Piggy, piggy, piggies. Come on. Come on, piggy, piggy, piggies. They're over there rooting in the bushes. Now, I did mix in some whey as well. It was left over. I had some raw milk that I had purchased to make mozzarella cheese to try my hand at it. Gotta say, it didn't turn out quite the way I'd hoped, so we'll give that another go with another recipe. But the leftover whey, I kept that, and I put that in their feed. I'm gonna move up here out of the way. They're not used to me yet. We've got them a pool. I haven't seen them in it yet. I've seen it go down. I don't know if there's a leak or if they've been drinking out of it. They've also got a big water bowl over here and a little spout thingy where they can, it's connected to the hose. I'll show you that in just a minute. But I don't think they've come over here to it yet because our dogs are very curious about them, and they really stay right here at the fence. So that water is right there at the fence. But they're super cute and we're really excited about them. Now, the one in the front here, little short and stubby one, that's our feeder. His name is Pork Chop. And then the one in the back, that is our gilt. And she's a ginger with the black spots, which are both ginger. The back one's a little redder. She's a darker color. But the one in the back is Isabella, named by my granddaughter. And we thought that was a cute name. And I thought for sure I'd end up naming her, calling her Belle, but I think it's going to be Izzy. And there's Maisie. That's why the pigs aren't coming over to the edge of the... Now we plan to get one of the blue barrels for a waterer for the pigs, and we'll still put the little tip on the end down there. I'm going to turn you around and let you see it really close. We got it at Tractor Supply. It was like $4, super cheap, but this is how my husband hooked it up to so they can have some water. I put a pan down there to kind of get them over here maybe. I think if the dogs will ever get bored of them and go on, they'll come over here and check it out and be able to find it. There is the little waterer right there, the little nipple thingy, where they just hit it with their nose and this fresh water comes right from the hose. All right, now right here you can see the little structure that Andrew put up really quick for the pigs. We were going to like use some of the wood that we had and to build them an A-frame and put tin on it and all this kind of stuff, which is great and wonderful. But we have a buck pen to build, another goat pen to build, and we've got a chicken breeding pen to finish. And we were just really worried about using up things that we're going to have for those structures. So you can see that one over there. You see him rooting? Anyway, so I'm like, okay, we really need to try to use what we have on our property. Now, any of you who have been with our channel since the beginning, you saw our little hen house that we had built at our old property and the big nice runs, and I just love it. I love pretty things, and I put the shutters on the windows and had plans for little window boxes that I never got around to. And but anyway, I love pretty things. I would love to have those Pinterest looking gardens and homesteads, but you know, in reality, guys, there's not a lot of people that can do that. And it's expensive for one thing, and there's, you know, all the painting and all this kind of stuff. But on top of it, where we are right now in our world, I just want to talk to y'all just a minute about this because it's really been weighing heavy on my heart. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous. I am really nervous, and I get preached at a little bit when I say that because I am a Christian, and you know that everything's gonna be fine and blah blah blah. Well, I don't know, study your Bible and a lot of bad things happen, and they happen to good people, and we need to be prepared, guys. We need to trust in God, ask Him for strength and guidance and wisdom, and you know, and then what comes may come. But we need to prepare. We need to get out there, and we need to do some things to help us to be able to live sustainably, to be able to feed ourselves and to feed our families, and to use what we have. So that's what inspired our little house here. So with that said, even though I love all the pretty things and all the white buildings and all those kinds of things, I think they're absolutely amazing. Anyway, with that being said, the way things are going in the world and the fear of, or the reality, let's just put it out there, the reality that our food sources and all that we know is in danger, because please look on all of your things that you get. How many of them are made in China? If China invades Taiwan, we're in it. And if that happens, how many of those things from China that will no longer come into this country? We need to prepare, y'all. You need to prepare. Get you some extra toothbrushes. Figure out how to make homemade toothpaste. Now, we are doing those things here. Have I gotten extra toothbrushes or know how to make extra toothpaste? No, I have not. Not yet. But it's on my list But the list is long, y'all, and just start doing what you can do, where you can do it, okay? Just like this. We didn't go out and buy more tin and wood, and my husband started saying, well, I need some pressure treated. I said, no, just stop there. We're going to use what we have, because even if it's not pressure treated, it's going to last a long time. And I happen to have these 2 pallets that when the As Your Standard truck came and they said, who wants a pallet? Nobody else wanted it. I took it, and that happened twice. So I have these 2 pallets, and that is what we have built a structure with for our pigs. Now, As Your Standard, if you're not familiar with them, I'm going to leave you a link below to them. They are amazing. You can put in a search for your location, and it's a drop spot. You go and you pick up your order. They're in Oregon, I believe, and they're amazing. You can get a lot of bulk items, organic items, guys. Check it out. Rice, really good thing to have. I had some on my last shipment. Good storage, good thing to have in your prepper place, and to be able to help feed you and your family later on. Now, y'all, I was going to take you in there with me to feed the goats, but the boys, they are in the mood for love, and when they pee on their face, apparently the girl goats like it. And they pee on their face, and then they want to touch you, and they're just all over the place, and they were super curious about the camera, so we couldn't go there. But they're doing really well. If you saw our video on how the bucks are ready to go, they're ready to breed with the girls, which will be coming up really soon. We did a Fibonacci test on all the goats. The boys, Tippy was really light. So the more I thought about it, I really want to check him again. It's been a week since we wormed him. We're going to check in another week and see how he looks. If he's not nice and red, I'm going to worm him again, and Manly if he needs it, and both of the boys, and then we'll wait a couple more weeks before we put them in together. Well, guys, the chickens have already been fed. I did that before I headed out to the pigs this morning, which I just gave them. We've got like about 45 chickens and 12 ducks. So I threw out 1 scoop, one of the big regular feeder scoops of feed into 3 different pails here. And in our chicken feed, we also mix Manna Pro, and I also put in Probios and garlic powder. Now, if I have an abundant supply of cayenne pepper, I really like to put that in as well. The cayenne, it kind of, I don't think it's been proven scientifically, but it's said that it can help deter worms. The chickens, the heat does not affect the birds at all, and but it helps to deter the worms. So I do throw that in when I have it. I tried growing my own cayenne peppers, and it takes a lot of peppers to grind up a lot of pepper powder. So we haven't gotten to that point yet. Well, we're going to go give it another go another time. Now, what I do, I don't have an exact measurement of how much of any of those things I put in there. My husband pours in a bag. I sprinkle some Probios. I sprinkle some garlic powder. Garlic powder, I get a big thing of it at Costco. Then I sprinkle in about a pint-sized cup of Pro Manna in on the top, and then he mixes it all up. We do another bag, and that's how I do that there. Now, the Probios is expensive. It goes a long way. It doesn't take much. It goes an awful long way, but I'm not going to buy it again. I have decided that I do sourdough. The sourdough starter, guys, if you haven't gotten into sourdough starter or into the sourdough starter itself, and you want to give something good to your chickens or to any of your animals, your pigs, anybody, the goats, any of them, to help them with their bacteria in their body, to give them good bacteria, to keep everything going as it should be. Starter is really good, guys. When you feed it, when you have that extra, you can feed it and, you know, create starter, that fermenting starter for your birds. And you just come out here and pour that extra over their food. It's super good for them, and they absolutely love it. Now, I do have a video I'll leave in the description box below on how to make your own sourdough starter. Now, I don't know if you can see behind me, but we had an oak tree fall, We had a humdinger of a storm come through. Didn't last long. It left about as quick as it started. But this tree over here, this big old oak tree, it had a weak spot in the middle. You could kind of see it. It was kind of, anyway. So it took that thing down, and it took a small one down beside it that I was hoping to keep. But so we're still working on getting that all cleaned up. Now, another thing that I am going to start doing, I have read where you can ferment your chicken feed. It makes it swell up, it creates that good bacteria, and it also goes further. And I'm looking for ways to make my food go further. And because, guys, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I'm nervous. I have to feed my animals. If I don't feed my animals, then we're going to have to eat the chickens, harvest them. Then we're not going to have eggs, and we're not going to have any more chicken. So we've got to figure out ways that we can feed our animals. I'm going to finish filling up this pool. The ducks love it, and the chickens drink out of it too, as you can see right here. Now, can y'all see this little ball-butted chicken right here? Now, what I have found through research is that, like, not having a good bacteria system going on in their stomachs and their guts can cause that to happen. So, and I got kind of lax with us moving. I got to where I was just kind of throwing feed out. I wasn't giving them that extra love and things like that that they need to be able to stay good and healthy. So anyway, that right there is what called my attention to. I've got to take better care of my birds. Now, they get good food and they get fresh water every day, but they need more than that, y'all. We all do. We all need a good, healthy bacteria for our system. All right, the water's about done, so let's get that turned off, and I want to head you over to the garden and talk a little bit more. Now, you can see behind me here, the sunflowers have started to bloom, and I'm just so happy to see them. They're just, I don't know, there's just something about yellow, you know. I can't wear it well, but it's such a pretty color. I love it in my house, and I love it in my garden. It's just a pretty, pretty color. It's a happy color. So they have started to bloom and looking absolutely amazing. The greasy beans here, they are just, look at them. We don't actually have any beans yet. I don't think, there may be some little ones, but they are just full of blooms. We really needed a taller trellis. You know, another lesson learned, need big tall trellises for beans, but you need to still be able to reach the top. And so we are gonna stake this one up in the middle because it's getting really heavy and droopy. So we are gonna do that. And it's just looking really, really good. Now, right here, y'all, these are our sweet potatoes. You can see they're doing really, really well. These are the slips that my dear friend KP gave me. They're doing really well. And then over here, these are the potatoes. If you haven't seen the video, it was our, there was one on planting sweet potato slips. I'll link it for you below as well in the description box. And I planted 3 little potatoes to sprout sweet potato slips, which that is my preferred method for sprouting sweet potato slips. I don't have jars of water around my house. I literally have no room for anything else, and I just really prefer this method. You can leave the sweet potatoes in the ground, and you just come out here and you pull these off out of the ground. Roots will come up. I will do a video when I get ready to do that. I'm going to let them get just a little bit bigger, not much. And I'm going to do a video on pulling these sweet potato slips up and planting them. And then I'm just going to leave those sweet potatoes in there, and they will continue to sprout. Continue to sprout, sprout, sprout. No stinky jars of water, nothing on the windowsills. Everything's right out here in the garden, and I just really love it. Now, these over here, I know there were 3. They haven't come up yet. They may not. I don't know. But this one has, and there's even another baby coming up right there. So it's doing really, really well, and it will keep producing. So we're going to keep a check on that, and we're going to start pulling them and planting them. This is the Beauregard, and these others that I had shown previously, the ones that have really grown that were given to me, those are the George Jet. Now guys, this little garden tour, this is just a real quickie, okay? And I just want to show you how things are doing. You can see here the okra is really coming up. I'm picking on it every single day. I'm getting okra off of it. If you've never tried it, you need to try it all ways you can try it. You need to find somebody that knows how to fry it. You need to try it pickled and try it roasted and see if there are any of those ways that you like okra, because it's really, really good for you. It's very healthy. It's a really healthy food to have. And they will just produce right on until frost, y'all. They will keep growing and keep producing. It's crazy. My watermelon patch, as you can see on the other side, there are still watermelons and they're still growing, but the leaves and all, it got a fungus on them. I have sprayed them, but they really look sad and pitiful. Plus it's gotten super hot, so that may very well affect them too. There is the corn crop over there. It's doing really good. It's the wind, when we had that storm, it really pushed some over, and some of them are still leaning, you can probably see, but most of them have straightened up and they're doing okay. We haven't had any problems with pests. They seem to be a little resistant to pests, which is amazing, especially down here in Florida or in the south where there are hot climates when there's lots of bugs. And so they are coming right along. I'm keeping a really good eye on them. And the leaves are starting to dry out and they're getting lots of water. So I'm assuming that's just part of the process where they're getting to where everything will dry out and die, and then the corn will begin to dry as well. Now we're hoping to catch some in the milk stage and put them on the grill, and if we do catch them in just the right spot, we're going to be sure and take you along and show you how we do it and how it turns out. Now you see all of these roots. Now down here at the bottom there's already these big roots that are going down into the soil, just going way down, and these are sprouting out and they will do the same thing. They will go down in the soil. It's super cool because it's going to go way down in the soil, and it really makes for a super strong stalk of corn. So it's really good when you see these roots. All right guys, time to water the trees and the grapevines because our watering system has not been set up yet. And even though the weather report says 50% rain every day, boy, 50% guys, okay. We haven't had a lot of rain. And when we have had it, it comes all at one time and it leaves really, really quick. We need a long, slow rain. The only really green patches around is dark green is where we have watered or the dogs have gone to the bathroom. Everything else is kind of a pale green. But anyway, I'm bringing you along while I water today because I really want to talk to you. I have no desire to put fear in people, but I do want to encourage you. And when I say I want to encourage you, I seriously want to encourage you to start thinking about things that you can do. Now, I know rent is going up like crazy. Gas is going up like crazy. Everything is going up like crazy, and I don't know your situation, but I am asking all of you to please do something. If you can afford an extra few cans of food, think protein. I mean, we bought some corned beef hash the other day in a can. I only bought 4 cans, but I have those 4 cans. When I go to the Walmart, I try to buy an extra bottle of olive oil because it would be a whole big deal for me to try to figure out how to cook without olive oil. And I really, really love the flavor of this particular olive oil. So, and it's a good healthy oil, guys. I mean, and while, you know, I have my little things, you know, with my heart, nothing major. I mean, just, you know, it doesn't matter what you do. You're always advised to stay off the bad oils, you know, like the vegetable oils, the canola oils, coconut oil. I bought another one of those at Costco yesterday. And so these are healthy choices. Just start thinking, what kind of things do you use the most? Now leave out all the frivolous stuff. Don't think that. Think, what do I need to be able to prepare foods for my family? And that would be healthy foods. healthy choices to eat. We need to think about our bodies. We need to think about what we're putting in our bodies. If you're on different kind of medications, if you're type 2 diabetes, and if losing weight would help get you off that medication, then guys, I highly, highly, highly recommend whatever your situation is, address it and do everything that you can. What if we can't get our medicine? Okay? Some people may think, oh, I've never had any trouble getting my medicines. Oh, I can't imagine. That's not going to happen. Well, during COVID, I was on a medication that it wasn't a blood pressure medicine, but it slowed your heart rate just a little bit because I have a very fast heart rate. And I couldn't get it. That's right. I could not get it. And so think about that. I have hypothyroidism. And I've started getting into herbalism, reading up on that. I have ran across all kinds of things you can take for hyperthyroidism and none for hypo. So that is something I am searching for to be able to see what can I do. Are there herbs out there that can help me? Be very careful. Now, when I'm saying herbalism, you need to be sure you go to someone who really knows their stuff. I highly recommend going to herbalism. And go to someone who really knows their stuff, and it could advise you wisely on what to take. And you know what? I had a checkup the other day, and I asked my doctor about it, and she referred me to a health food store that's in a town close by, and said the lady there is just very knowledgeable in with thyroid. So I'm going there. And see what I can do, what I can buy, what I can get, because what if I can't get my pill? Yesterday I purchased, they have like a double pack of alcohol and peroxide at Costco. Now you may not have a membership at Costco or Sam's, and that's fine. Then you go to Walmart and just pick up, you're buying groceries, go grab a thing of alcohol, and I understand being on a tight budget. I understand not having extra money very well, y'all. And there was a time in my life I didn't eat for days, and many people don't know that, but it's true. And so I understand all of that, and I want to try to help all of you. I know it's only those few that stick around to the end of this video that's getting all this, but in my opinion, you're getting some very good information here. Now, get you some extra Tylenol. If you have children, think of like the Dayquil cold and flu. I got the Kirkland brand at Costco yesterday. It was half the price of the regular stuff, y'all. Half the price. So if you know somebody with a Costco Sam's card, and just ask them to pick one little thing up for you while they go there. So just think of these things. When you're growing food in your garden, what do you like to eat? What is going to store well? These are the first two questions you need to ask yourself. And of course, what will grow in your area. That's very important as well. Now, right now, I'm watering a peach tree. It's a very young peach tree. Here, I'll turn you guys around. But did you know, I see videos on what would you do if there was no electricity? How would you cool off when it's really, really hot? Well, this is one thing that I have learned through one of my herb books, is that peach leaves, you can steep them in water, make a tea with them, and then let it cool off. Put some ice in it if you have ice. If you don't, just let it cool off, and put it in the coolest place you have. And the leaves themselves, the peach flavoring or the leaves, will actually cool you when you drink it. Now, someone who lives in Central Florida and who has hypothyroidism, which means I'm very sensitive to cold and heat. That is some really good information for me. And if you have brandy, have some brandy stored up, you can put peaches or peach leaves in it and make peach brandy. Now the brandy's liable to heat you up, but it'd be a nice little treat. I just want to add one little thing in here real quick. I kept mentioning going to Costco yesterday. Sorry guys, I just got sweat running down me. Going to Costco yesterday, and one thing I noticed was the parking lot was literally full. And I thought, okay, people are starting to wake up a little bit, you know. They're starting to wake up, and they're in here and they're buying them some grocery. They're prepping. They're getting some extra stuff, you know. So I expected to go in there and see, you know, a limit of 2 on this and 2 on that like it was during COVID. It was not that way at all. The shelves were absolutely stocked. The store was absolutely packed, and people were walking around, and I was looking in, just glancing, you know, not being weird, but kind of glancing into people's carts, and it was just a natural, normal shopping day, kind of stopping off at Costco and picking up a few items kind of day. And then I had my one of my grandsons with me, and he had a cart, and we were buying, like, we got 2 packs of toilet paper, 4 bags of flour, some coconut oil, a couple packs of bacon. It'll be a while before our pig's ready, and spent $45 on 2 packs of bacon. So we were in there for that reason. We were in there strictly to purchase things to help in our prep. And I didn't see anyone else's cart like that. And that just really, I hate to say it upset me, but it did. It scares me for our people. And so guys, I'm just here to encourage you. You know, you may not be able to go to Costco and fill up 2 carts of, you know, stuff that you're not going to be using right now. But buy what you can. Even if it's just a couple of extra cans of beans, or a couple of cans of, you know, people have been kind of promoting Spam. I've never had Spam. I'm kind of scared of it because I've never had it. I'm sure it's good. I eat canned corned beef. Can't be any worse than that, I wouldn't think. So get what you like. Get cans of tuna. I know that's expensive. So, I mean, like, especially like the canned salmon. My husband loves that. He loves it. Open it up, eat it right out of the can. So it's really good things to have around your home to give you that protein and to keep your body healthy and well. Stock up on the vitamin C to help you fight off any kind of, you know, illnesses or anything like that, guys. Think about what you need to live, okay? I am always here. If you ever have any questions or comments, please be sure and leave them in the comment section below. I will have a list of different things in the description box below. Guys, if you've enjoyed this video or you have found value in this video, please give us a big old thumbs up and leave a comment, even if it's just thanks, or enjoyed the video, or I didn't like that video. I don't want to hear that, but I will take it. I'll take it like a grown-up. Okay, guys? Leave us a comment and let us know what you think. And it really helps our channel. We're trying to grow and to be able to get out there and to be able to help everyone. We don't know everything, but we're learning, and we are giving it a good fight, y'all. So if you're ready to give it a good fight, and we are building a homestead from scratch. So in trying to be wise in our choices, and to find things that can really sustain us and that we will be able to take care of during these very uncertain times. Till next time, take care and God bless.